Hey guys, welcome back. Today we got a project we're going to start on. This one's going to take a little while. It's going to take a lot of patience. That's my washer. Saturday I was sitting in the recliner doing some laundry and it sounded like a car ran into my house. This thing, something inside exploded. I think I've got it diagnosed, figured out what it is. I'm going to try to take it out to the garage and we'll start tearing it apart and we'll show you the whole thing. You can see I got it out of the laundry room. That's the laundry room. I just kind of walked it back and forth. I got my two-wheeler, I strapped it around the two-wheeler, aired up my tires so it rolls pretty good now. I'm getting ready to take it out the door. Got about 5 steps. I'll show you, flip you around and we'll have a look as we get started. So there's where we got to go out to the garage. So 4 steps and then the one in the house. So it's going to be a little tricky. I think I'm going to give it a try. Okay, so the hard part's done. Now I'm just going to take it around, put it in the garage, and then we'll start tearing it down. So I got it in the garage, and I'm going to take the back off first, take the top off. I got a lot of things I got to take off. Eventually, this whole tub, that tub has to come out. So got a lot to do. I'll show you what I can, but we're just going to start doing it a little bit at a time. With the whole front covered, that's probably going to have to come off. Because what I need is in the back, but it's way in there, and I think the tub has to come out. So I will show you more as we proceed. In an effort to keep the correct screws with the correct parts, I just taped my screws to this pan because I've never done this before, and I don't know what I'm gonna get into. But next, I'm gonna pull this off, get that out, and I don't think it's gonna get me in where I wanna be, but we will see. This is the part that I believe to be broke. The shaft goes in and then it splines out, has 3 legs on it that the tub attaches to. And I think that those arms broke off, or this shaft broke where they attach to the arms. I was hoping I was gonna pull that cover off and this was just gonna be disintegrated everywhere and all I'd have to do is replace this, but that's not the case. I didn't get that lucky. So yeah, we just gotta keep going. So I set up a table to set my extra parts out, and I got the top off, and I'm gonna take this guy out here. Got several hoses for your, detergent and fabric softener and stuff, bleach. So what I did was I just took a Sharpie and I numbered each one, and then I put a number near the location of where they're gonna go. See, number 1 is gonna go to here. Number 2, number 4, number 3. Just a hint if you ever have to do this yourself. So I'm gonna keep working on these hoses. I just wanted to show you that real quick. Now we've gotten pretty deep. And you see that shape there? That's what I was telling you about. That's the piece that's behind there that this tub attaches to, and then the motor spins it. That's what I believe is broke. I believe that shaft broke right about there in the middle of these arms. We're trying to get to it to find out. So I've got a lot unhooked. Got to unhook these springs. There's one on each side. There's a shock, 4 shocks on the bottom. Got some more wiring. I'm not sure what all that is. I don't know. Some more hoses got to come off. We're getting there. Just going to keep taking it apart a little bit at a time until we can see. So I've got everything unhooked except for the springs. The 2, let's show you from up here. So the 2 springs are now all that's holding the tub in as best I can tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up for you on the table, unhook the springs, and we'll try to take it out by myself. So my plan is to lift up and unhook the top portion of it. Maybe. It's probably a two-person job. There's one. There's the springs that are holding it up. And I'm actually going to mark these with a video. I can look back on my video and remember that I put the tape on the top. Just like that. Because it probably matters. It should be ready to come out. Even with all that stuff off of it, it's still pretty heavy, but I was able to do it myself. Now I'm going to go around all these screws and separate it into two pieces so I can take this off and hopefully get to see the back side of this shaft where that tub is, where that inner metal tub is. So I got it apart. This is the back side and that's the front side. You can see the seal where the door closes. And I inspected it pretty good, and I'm not sure what's going on here. This is actually on the plastic. See, if you scratch, sorry about the camera, you scratch that away, the plastic's under there. So I'm going to clean this all out real good. I think it has been rubbing on there, so that's all that's got to come off. It's got to look nice and clean, just like the outside. So that's a lot of work. But when I got it apart, this is not really what I expected to see. I expected to see pieces. And there's a lot of corrosion going on here. This is be like laundry powder buildup soap. And then this is going to be like hair and dirt, just the crud that you wash off your clothes. It doesn't all leave and go in the sewer. It stays in the machine. But right here, this is our problem. Okay, see that crack? If I can let you focus on that, and it goes all the way across. It's here and on a cross. So I had to look. You can see right there, this whole arm from right there to right there is busted across there. So we got to have that piece, and that's what I thought. That's what I thought the whole time. Looks like we got another. Yeah, there's some broken material there too. So it's 6 bolts, and hopefully, I'll bet you money these dudes break off, because whatever this material is, aluminum, and these are steel, those materials like to become one. So I'm going to bet you that all these don't come out, and we're probably going to have a fight on our hands. But that's what I'm going to do now, is try to get that dude off of there. There we go. So I will update you with the progress. Okay, so you can see there that 2 of them came out and 4 of them broke off. The 2 that came out were on this arm, and this is the broken arm, but you can kind of see that this area right here is the cleanest compared to the other ones. So no surprise. Hopefully enough of that bolt is up in there that's going to lift off. I haven't tried it yet. I thought I'd let you watch if I can do it for you. It doesn't look like I can. I'm going to set the camera up so you can watch. So all I'm going to do is just pry up on this, I hope. This is the one where the, yeah, see, right here's where it broke. So that's going to make it easy, actually. So there's that. There's the extra piece. That being broke made it easier to come out. I just couldn't do it one-handed. I don't know if you guys can see this. All that detergent in there. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do now. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna clean this mess up. I'm gonna pull my vehicle in the garage. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna get my power washer from other location, and I'm gonna power wash all this and all that detergent off of this tub, and get everything good and clean. I'm also gonna order my parts tonight, and then when I get my parts, I will show you it. I'm just gonna put it back together. That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a surprise ending. I'm gonna get my parts and I'm gonna put it all back together in reverse order from how I showed you taking it apart. And then I'm gonna take it in the house and I'm gonna hook it up and I'm gonna show it to you running. All right, so this will be fun. We'll see it when it's working. Okay guys, as you can see, I got it put back together. Did it late last night, stayed up. Started after work and got done just before bed last night. But there's a few things I want to show you. I was going to take it in the house and have it running, show you that, make the video a little shorter. But there's a couple tips I want to give you, things I came across. One thing, I ordered the parts. My goal was, because I didn't know what I was doing, I've never worked on a washing machine before, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. A new one was going to cost like 1,100 bucks. I thought I could fix this one for about 200. So I thought I'd give it a shot. And I bought my parts as cheap as I could, because I didn't want to put 500 in it when I could have bought a cheaper version for 500. So I actually spent about 150 bucks. I bought my parts off Amazon. Now the first time they came, they were the wrong parts. So I've been down for about 2 weeks. It was not even close to the same part. It wasn't even a shaft. It's called a flange. That broken part's called a flange. So I didn't even get the right part. So I sent that back. And then for my model number, I'm going to show you my model number. I couldn't find the right flange. So what I did was I took the measurements off of a lot of them that were on Amazon, measured the length of the shaft, and then the length between where the 6 bolts went in, that length, and then the length of the arm. And I found one that I thought would work. I bought it and it came, and it wasn't perfect because mine had an offset like this. So my bolts would go in here. It was offset like this. The one I bought was flat. So I had a little bit of a tricky time getting those bolts in, but I did it. I'll give you that number as well at the end of the video. And let me flip you around and show you. So I took a video while I was putting the 2 pieces of the tub together around the inner tub. I want to show you that video because that's pretty important. I started out struggling with it and then I had an idea and it worked out pretty good. So I'll share that with you, and then I'll show you the inside. There's one thing with the shocks. Let's do that now. What we're doing is we're putting a new seal in our washing machine tub. This is Samsung. And it fits down in there tight. Here's the old seal. You can see where the 2 tubs came together. It's kind of squared off where it's been in the groove. This one's round. It's bigger. It's not fitting right. So I'm going to show you, give you a real quick tip of how I'm doing it and show you how easy it is. So what I've done is I've taken some Dawn dishwashing liquid and I've just put it in this groove right there. Not very much. I get a little bit on my finger, so I've got it on the top. And then watch this. See, it moves right in there. The Dawn follows it along. There we go. And it's just quick and easy, just like that. So what I'll do is I'll just work my way around. See, now I'm gonna need to put a little more in there. So I'll just put some more in, work my way all the way around, and it'll be good. Okay, and then the next thing I want to share with you is these shocks. There's 4 of them all together, and then there's the other one. Now, when I got these, the thing I noticed, see how this has black bushings? Well, that one has yellow bushings. So it came with 2 with yellow and 2 with black, and there was no instructions, and I looked them over. I cannot tell a difference in them other than the color of the bushings. The 4 I took out all looked the same. So what I did was I put my 2 yellow on the left and 2 black ones on the right. I really don't think it's going to matter. I don't think there's any difference at all. But I just thought I'd point that out. In case it doesn't work, we'll come back and see what we can do. But if you have that problem, I don't see any difference in them. So what I'll do now, I told you I'd have it in the house and show you it running in there. But my plan is I'm going to run a garden hose out here. I'm going to plug one side off, my hot side off, run my garden hose to my cold side, and I'm gonna test it out here because there's one, this hose right here. I had trouble with this clamp. I feel like I've got it on there good. That's as far as it's gonna go, but there is a little play right there. I just could not get that up higher and get that clamp as tight as I wanted it. It's good and tight. I don't think it's gonna leak, but it might leak, and there may be something else that I missed, so I thought it would be best to test it out here in the garage in case I do have a leak, or I have to take it apart again for some reason. I won't have taken it in all the way in the house up those 5 steps and then have to bring it back out. So I'm gonna leave the back off, get the water hooked up, and we'll give it a shot. I'll give you a quick look at my setup for how I'm gonna run it in the garage. So to start with, I've got my water supply coming in from the outside, and then I just hook it to the existing hose for the washer. So the male end of this hose goes to the female end of the washer hookup, and the washer hookups are female on both ends, so then that one just goes on here. And then for the hot that I'm not going to use, I've got this garden hose full of water, and I just put the female end that would mount to your house on the washer, and then I've got the valve shut on the other end. So that's just taking up space is all that's going to do. And I think that's probably important because I think if you don't have that on there, that this will back flush. Your water will go in and then the pressure would probably just shoot out. So that's why I put that one on there. I've got my electricity up out of the way, and then I've just got my pump run into a couple buckets to catch that. So now I'm going to turn the water on, throw something inside, probably some sheets, and see what happens. Cross your fingers. Come on, baby. There's a good sign, it's turning. Let's see if we get some water. I can hear water, I just don't see it. That's why I put the Dawn in there. And we got a problem. So that's why we did it in the garage. And that sucks. That means I gotta take it all apart. Okay, I didn't have to dig too deep. What I found is this is where my detergent goes in, right? And this hose, I don't know if I can show you or not. Let me go around here. Maybe right there. Okay, see that hose on the bottom where my detergent's supposed to go in? My washing machine repairman forgot to hook that hose up. So I'm gonna get on to him and get him to hook that up for me and then put it all back together and we'll try again. Okay, take 2. I just saw some, look there. Back you up here. I did have to put more detergent in it. So we lost a little detergent. There's what ended up on the floor. But I think it's gonna work. What I wanna do is I'm gonna keep going until it spins. That's gonna be the important part because that's where it was creating smoke inside there somehow. I think it was the tub, the inner tub was rubbing on the outer tub. So that's gonna be one concern. 2 is, will the seal that I put in leak? I don't think it will. I feel pretty good about that. And then 3 is, will it leak when it pumps it out? So we're gonna run through the cycle and see how it works. We're pumping out the dirty water now. And I don't see any leaks yet. All right, we're starting the final spin now. Well, I thought we were. It says we are on the screen up there. This is what I really want to see, that it does good during this cycle. So far, I haven't had any more leaks. The tub didn't leak, or the 2 pieces of the outer tub went together and I put the new seal in, no leaks there. So now all we got to do is get to the final spin and make sure that that hose I've showed you a couple times doesn't come loose. And then we will move it in the house and call this good. So So actually now I think it's up to full speed. And you see my pan over there is vibrating. I don't have it balanced because I don't want to change the way I had it set for in the house, because it's a lot easier to do out here than it is in the house. But I just stuck a wedge under it. Let's see what's happening up in here. Gotta look at our shocks. A lot of vibration going on in there. Okay guys, this one's a wrap. Wasn't the toughest project we've ever done, but it wasn't too bad. I encourage everybody to give it a shot before you go out and throw things away. See if you can fix them. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that'll tell you how. I hope this one helps somebody. Before we close, I gotta say it, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. We need all the subscribers we can get. We thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.